another video, another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I'm your host, Edward Anderson. So, yeah, I'm definitely, gathering the stuff to set stuff up to go live either later today or tomorrow. We'll just have to see. But I wanted to jump right into the last statement that I was saying as far as different folks as far as, I mentioned Divested Zealot and Machine Gun sharing that and stuff like that. One thing that men have to really understand is there are things that cannot be unsaid, undone, unfelt. Suicide, in the Bible, if you try to commit suicide, that's like one of the ultimate, that's one of the one sins you can't get out of, because it's the ultimate act against God, give you blah blah blah. I'm not trying to use religion to justify what I'm saying, but what I am saying is that I've asked this question before. What is it that black men cannot forgive? And as far as I'm concerned, if you don't have an answer to that question, then don't complain when people do you wrong. Don't complain, because this is part of the problem as to why it's so easy for different groups, whether it's black women, other groups, to attack black men. Because black men believe that there is virtue in enduring shit. And if you can, and my real question is, if you cannot protect yourself as a group, how is it that you can protect somebody else? And a lot of what black men like to call protection is not protection. It really isn't. And I'm going to get back in what I was saying, but I just want you to understand. The women, let me give you a perfect example. When you have different groups, like black women, for example, that will speak up for black men, let's talk about this paternity fraud thing. There was a guy that I shared this video, the bald-headed dude, asked, would you march for black men or would you speak up for black men heavy as far as paternity fraud? And a lot of the women, so one of the women raised their hand, but a lot of the women basically was like, no. Or they'll say they may speak up for it, but they won't march, and blah, blah, blah. And the dude was like, are you for real? Blah, blah, blah. You'll march for, the T people and the alphabet community, but you won't march for black men. And he was acting like he was basically frustrated. He didn't understand why this was. And I'm going to be devil's advocate for a second. Why the fuck should they? First of all, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Because it's very clear that black men ain't going to do shit when it comes to their own women. It's very clear y'all not going to do shit as a group. And the second thing is, if I take that off the table, the women that raise their hand that will protest, are you going to protect them against being bullied by other black women? Are you going to protect them against them being isolated and called pick-me's or male identified? And this is not just a question for red pill people. This is a question for other groups as well. Like other groups of black men that claim, pro-blacks, black men that are on, quote unquote, on game. None of y'all go do that shit. None of y'all go do that shit. None of y'all are gonna do that shit. Let me give you an example. This is gonna sound crazy. I forget the video. I'll share the video so you hear it. There's a video. There was this is with white people. There was a sleepover. It was a video I was looking at, and there was a sleepover. This is a real thing. There was a sleepover with two white girls two white parents, all white. Nobody's black, nobody's mixed, nobody's nothing. The mom, the mom of the place that the girls were sleeping over at, while the 11-year-old girl was taking a shower, the mom filmed her and basically sent it to her boyfriend. Sent these videos to her boyfriend via text. The boyfriend got a year and a half, but the mom didn't get nothing. She didn't get no fine, no nothing. She got to act like nothing never happened. This is according to the mom of the daughter this happened to. I want y'all to let that sink in. Now, obviously, this daughter has to have a father somewhere. And these are white people. Women are not prosecuted like that. Even black women are nowhere near as prosecuted as what black men are. Unless black men are acting like raving animals, they go out of their way to try to not prosecute them. Yeah, I said that. What's up, Inspired True Broadcast? An aspiring divester. Shout out to Only Logical. And my thing is, men have been so, when women are doing shit to other women, let's keep it real. You niggas ain't gonna do shit. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I bet most of you niggas wouldn't do shit if these females did something to your own daughter. You wouldn't do shit. Because that socialization tells you that you can't do shit to women no matter what, even if they harm your own daughter. And I will put money on that shit. Well, son, we already know. But I'm talking about the daughters. Because these niggas want to act like they go insane about their daughters. And I say this to say, why would the women advocate for you when you can't protect them at all? And it's not even about can't. You won't. Because that is how much you all fundamentally believe that women should handle women's business and you should stay out of it. That's literally how y'all operate. Because in y'all's mind, there's no such thing as a bad black woman. Only one is misunderstood. And this is the practical way that this shit becomes problematic. So when you ask it, I would have been on there, on that panel, I would have been like, why should they? Are you gonna guard again? SWP did a recent video and he was talking about, you know, why black men coon. Because cooning pays. Because white people will fund their message and black people will rah-rah and give a like. But black people, for the most part, don't fund their own message. We can, but we don't. And my point in that is, even like the passport bro situation, let's say you did bring women over here. You do realize these women will be isolated. Black women are not going to accept them because they see them as a sexual threat. They want to make it very clear. If you bring one of these chicks here, it's going to be a problem. Or what they'll do is they'll try to corrupt the female and bring them onto their side. If they're like diaspora, they may attempt that and turn her against you. You're not willing to guard against these things. These things are not things. These things are problematic. They're problematic as fuck. They are problematic as fuck. And dudes try to ignore that shit or they try to individualize it to death. There are certain powers that you cannot tap into if you're not operating as a group. I'm not necessarily saying all black men gotta be on the same page, but if you don't have, this is why a lot of black men join fraternities. For this very reason. This is why. Make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. This is why. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand until you see like why there's something you need until you absolutely need it and don't have it, and then you're stuck. So when we talk about, so I say all this to say, even when we talk about women advocating, you know, dudes want to say everybody's a chameleon. Dudes are in that I want to compete with women on YouTube, rather than understanding that there's a strategic mission that we have to try to do and use all the tools available to do it. Men want to play, I'm mad that I'm not getting as much motion on YouTube as I think I should. So fuck these bitches. Not understanding a lot of these bitches got the audience you actually want. But whatever, that's a whole nother story. And so my thing is, the reality is, so going back to what I was saying originally with these chicks and talking this bullshit, there's a real conversation needs to be had with that. Now that being said, when it comes to a lot of this hateful shit that these women say, I love it. I love it. And that's why I tell, flag these people. Don't flag, fucking download. Don't flag, screen record. The fuck you flagging this shit for? So they can act like it's the same mentality I had with these statues. Leave them up. Cause I don't want y'all to whitewash it and act like it didn't happen. Cause you, Lord knows, you got people wanting to believe shit didn't happen the way it happened. I love it. Because with all these dudes acting like we be exaggerating shit, they be trying to pretend that it ain't that bad. Play the tape. We would not have got this far this quickly if a lot of women wouldn't have basically started testifying at how much they greatly hate black men. We wouldn't have got this far. And I think sometimes you all forget that. You all forget, you know, a lot of this stuff is sped up thanks to women letting everybody know how much hate is on their heart. I'm like, cities, do it. Let it out. Let it flow. And I mean that shit. I'm not trolling. I love it that Divested Zealot got a black man hanging from a tree while a little black girl. I love it. I love the honesty. I love the raw honesty. Because when we tell you a lot of these chicks are fucking demons, I will never forget when Mr. Z, we were talking to Shay Shard when Shay Shard was new. And, you know, she wanted to form her own opinion. And Z wanted to download the stuff because, you know, that's how Z is. Z is the social worker of the space. I'm trying to upgrade him to be the diplomat. And I said, oh shit, say less. She said something like, you know, I want to kind of look at this stuff for myself. And I get what she was saying. She wants to see it from an open mind. She wants to see it with an open mind, and you know, I respect that. Because I have faith, and I told her this right then. I said, oh, bet. So let me know when you want to talk. Because I have faith in the fuckery. Because I've been here. I know what it is. I know what I've seen these chicks do. And so I was like, hey, I know I ain't lying. I'm telling it how I see it. Like, if anything, I'm underselling how bad it actually is. I ain't lying. You know, and Z was cool with it. He was like, okay, you know, and I'll never forget when Shay Shard started saying these women are demonic. And that's the closest thing she's gonna get to these bitches are out of fucking control. That's what that means to a Christian girl. When a woman is a legit, like, for real Christian, when anybody, Like, you start hearing Dr. Thunder say some shit is somebody is demonic, that's like the worst thing you can say. That's like when I say somebody's evil, so I mean it's game on. That's some burn. That's low key some. These motherfuckers need to be burned in the fucking stake shit. And I'm not trying to put words in nobody's mouth, but people that really believe in that Bible, when they start, is a difference between, they say, like, when I say you're acting like a bitch versus you are a bitch, those are two different things. Those are two different things. So when you start saying that somebody is demonic, black women are demonic, she's talking about the women that fit that profile because we're intelligent, which she's not saying all, but what essentially is being said, that's why black women, you know, they try to throw that tether card at her. They try to shut that shit down. That's a form of bullying, which is one reason why I be telling y'all, stand down on that, trying to throw that shit out there. Y'all using that shit too much. That's the worst thing she could ever say. And she could, and look, I challenge her to comment, share the video, could tell me I'm wrong. If I'm lying, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If I put words in your mouth. But I'm telling you, with women, with people that are legit Christians, like they are legit. They're not just cultural Christians, like they really believe, they're saved, they believe. When they start talking demonic and shit, that's like one of the worst things they can say. It doesn't sound bad, but it's saying, yeah, this is on the level. And so the point is, what she's seeing is demonic, and that's where it is. Like, I love it because when you actually see this shit, one of the only real keys, I'm not saying it's the main thing, but the only one of the main things that is really missing that we don't talk about is this idea that if women do start separating, if women do create that civil war that Grinch was talking about, black men got to be like fucking America, man. We got to pick and back a side. You see what's going on in Syria right now? Trump, they've been wanting to pop on a side for a minute. That was low-key a gimme. There's a reason they spent all that money during Obama years and all that trying to get a side got in that Arab Spring. They was like, fuck! You can survive. And he finally fell down, and you know Trump is gonna get the credit. But the point is, he took the dude off the terror list. He said, all right, we're gonna give you a shot. We're gonna give you a shot. Because fuck them Iranian, fuck them Persians. That's basically, or really, it ain't even like the Persians America don't like. It's really the Ayatollah. The Ayatollah is really the one thing holding the line when it comes to American interests, for better or for worse. The Ayatollah is basically like a Castro figure. So they like, all right, that's why they trying to set him. Remember, this is Trump. They try to set him up because you set that shit up right, and you can get them Kurds on board. They can make that work. I mean, you basically flip the state. And my thing is, I know the difference. I know I'm around black women. I know the ones that got common fucking sense, you know, and I know I know the difference. That's what makes me dangerous. I know the difference. And a lot of these chicks, they got hate in their soul. These bitches cannot be fixed. And I'm telling you right now, if you a nigga and you try to save them, I'm telling you right now, you deserve every fucking thing that chick does, including hanging your ass from a fucking tree. And the reality is, if in red pill court, if we find out you reasonably should have known that this chick was on this type of time, I'm saying within reason, I don't give a fuck. That case is dismissed. Travis Hunter will not be able to come to red pill court on that chick that he married or he's with right now. You basically said fuck everybody, including your own mama. Everybody told you that relationship was trash. You said fuck everybody. So no. Whatever she gets you for, hey, I hope it was worth the experience. I hope you got a beautiful experience out of it. I hope that bliss was worth it. And I hope nothing happens. But I'm just saying, we ain't got a lot of give a fuck. Like, the give a fuck credit card balance is only so large. This ain't America. We can't borrow against debt. So niggas that want to basically you basically want to do quality of life suicide by way of saving hoes. Trust niggas that save hoes. You niggas don't get to go to red pill court. Just hey, we appreciate your sacrifice for the lessons you teach other men. And you will be honored in that way as honorary goofy ass niggas. Honorary not to fucking do ass motherfuckers. Cause somebody gotta jump out the window. Y'all wanna, like, if you go to a casino and you lose your money, you knew the game you was playing. It's not even about malice. I don't even hope I hope it works out. I hope these dudes live happily ever after. But at the end of the day, you play with the casino, don't bitch at me when you lose your money. I'll watch some of these Instagram pages that are built around gambling, and it be these reels or dudes be, oh, I lost it all. Man, yo, oh, I lost it all. Or it's this one thing with Turkey Tom. He got a 5-hour video, 5 fucking hour video of a white dude that just gambled so much money. This motherfucker, literally, his parents live on like land that basically they pump oil through. So he basically got a money hack that he basically live with his parents, and he can bet for fun. And one time, look, man, it's a crazy video. Dude doing this for years. And so ultimately, I'm telling you though, like, y'all, like, it's the wrong, if you don't flag, record, download. There's a, I'll say this in the Discord, I ain't gonna publicly say it. Y'all know there's downloaders, but there's a downloader I got that I paid for. And I use it for my stuff. But yeah, y'all should, especially y'all that's like in the space, y'all in the space, but y'all ain't content creators, y'all be kind of recording that stuff. Shout out to Red Supercell, Red Pill Supercell. Like, yeah, like if these chicks say some crazy stuff, or they do a crazy post, don't comment, screenshot. Because when you comment, you giving them engagement. Fuck them. Screenshot, do an archive. Same thing with clips. CapCut is free. You can get CapCut for free. Like, that's how you should do it. If you don't want to do it, y'all need to just timestamp it. Timestamp it and then send it to your creator. Don't send it to me because I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see that stupid shit in my algorithm. Go on incognito and shit. That's how you do it. Y'all be wanting to flag shit, but at the end of the day, all they gonna do is create another fucking channel. No, let them get free with that hate. So that way when shit happens, these women are gonna have to publicly, like, they're gonna have to prove, because because they're giving us life. They're giving us life in order to show these dudes, these bitches ain't shit. This is what I want. I forget the show, but there's a show about a black kid. It's an old show. This is back in the Nickelodeon when Alex Mack was around. And he's a black kid. Man, fuck this. I'm not going here with. Where the fuck do I want to go? He's a black kid, right? He's a black kid, and this is back when those with Alex Mack and all of that, and Doug and all of that. And he was an alien, but he's a black kid. And it was a situation where it was another like dude who was showing him like how crazy humans were, and this dude didn't know like evil, and he was showing all like World War I, World War II, and just showing like a montage of all his bad stuff. It was downloading his brain, and dude was looking at it, but then a tear just came down his eye, kind of like the Indian tear where they face don't scrunch up, but it's like their face is normal, but they get a tear, shows emotional distress. I want y'all to get this shit from these chicks. The kill black babies and all of that. We need to put together a beautiful supercut of the greatest hits of the most evilest shit these bitches said. And by the way, I will put up anything. I will put up David Carroll. First of all, Jap got it. A lot of women actually watch Jap. A lot, like Tommy Sotomayor don't even claim the space. And even David Carroll, the shit these chicks be saying be worse than even the shit David Carroll said on his unfiltered stuff. So y'all want to be like, oh, we can do that. I will put up the shit we've said against any of the shit. And I'm talking about women that got real followings and be getting money. So y'all can kick rocks about that. I will put up any of the shit we said against the shit y'all said. We don't be saying nothing is crazy the way y'all commonly say shit. Even women like Christy, they say shit that's common. I'm telling you, put together. You know how now it's starting to be popular to have these I know y'all seen them, these 4-hour supercuts, these hour supercuts. I want a fucking goddamn 12-hour supercut of clip after clip, not even the long, like the whole video. I'm talking about clip after clip of 5 mic black male hatred. I want a 12-hour supercut of 30-second, 45-second after 45 seconds of the greatest hits of the greatest black female divestors, haters, all of it. All of it. From Dennis Sperling with the chick that had the KKK mask. I don't give a fuck putting that shit on YouTube. Put that shit on Bumble. I don't care. We'll self-host that shit. So anybody to tell us that we're on some crazy shit, make them do a whole shit. I want you to do a video. I'll pay you $100 to sit there. Anybody that ain't used to this shit, we should do a challenge. How long can you watch before you start crying? The Black Women Hate Black Men Challenge. How much as a black man, can you sit there and watch it? And you got to screen record yourself, and we got to know you watching it. I mean, we need to see a camera that's showing you watching this before you start tearing up. And I promise you, you won't get past 5 minutes. That's how potent I want that shit. Whole 12 hours. A beautiful hatred. Beautiful hatred. I think that's honestly really, I'm talking about 30, 45-second clips of just boom, boom, boom. That is how, I think that's not even hard to do. That is how much venom and hatred these women, YouTube is allowed. And honestly, YouTube is setting your ass up. You actually think YouTube is helping you. YouTube is setting your ass up. YouTube is setting your ass up, because when they want to talk about what's the face of misandry is, who the fuck you think they not gonna serve white women up? They gonna serve y'all black asses up. They gonna make y'all the face of misandry and all of that. I'm telling you right now, and that'll take time to put together. You do 10 minutes in an hour. I'm telling you, put that shit together, they make these niggas cry, they make these niggas not be able to see it. And yeah, you identify the content creator. Straight up. Y'all talking about what Kevin said and all that bullshit? No, I'm talking about some real hatred, boy. Because some of the venom I've seen these bitches put out, even like posts where they don't say nothing, yo, these chicks, the hatred in their heart, it is some Darth Sidious level. It's some potent shit, yo. And dudes, and literally, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Real talk. This shit is so potent that if you actually tie a motherfucker down and make him listen to it for an hour, this will make some of these black men on pack up watch. You know what I mean? Especially if they're not used, if they have never heard this before. I'm dead ass. Some of the stuff, like stuff I've heard these women are potent. This is potent shit. They're so used to it, they don't even understand how crazy it actually sounds. That's why when that white woman heard Cynthia G saying that shit, she was like, oh my God, yeah. That's why I keep saying, man, they don't want to be black. That's really what the issue is. That's where you get all that like fucking high energy friction, because they don't want to be black. And they blame black men for being black. That's really what that is. And they only got that real kind of smoke for black men. Greatest hit streams have to be Patreon though. Not really, but yeah, it would be on Patreon, but no, it'd be enough. Like, if people need the link, you get the link. You just unlist that shit. You don't even need the spread. I don't give a fuck about spreading it, but it lets people know. You get one central place, where a couple of central places where these niggas want to argue with us. Listen to this bullshit. Because these women always love to talk about what the fuck we saying, but they never play what the fuck we say. They always want to say, just take our word for it. We can actually play the shit y'all say. We can actually play the shit y'all say. Oh my God, you hate black women. No, I just want you to know, I just mirror on the wall who the most demonic bitch of them all. Well, let's see. And to show other black women, this is what the fuck is representing your ass. This is the venom behind all these people to be a shade room. They always taking Megan Thee Stallion side. This is what you all are becoming. This is your ghost of really, this is ghost of Christmas present. Fuck future. And you not gonna I don't care how y'all edit up what the fuck we do. Y'all will not ever put out something that's comparable to some of the shit y'all have openly said on this platform. And I'm just talking about YouTube. I'm not even talking about if we start really looking through Clubhouse. Somebody gave me some game that if you want to see some black female hatred, threads is where you want to go. We're not even talking about posts, memes. We're not even talking about comments. Y'all bitches will sit there and try to say that shit is AI. I'm not even talking about you start going to Lipstick Alley. You start really I start really diving deep into some of these places, and I start really mapping out some of these places. We're not even talking about, these hidden Discord servers or these group threads with WhatsApp and Telegram. I'm not even talking, because I know that's out there. I'm not saying I'll find it. I'll be able to find it, but these women, that's why it bubbles up. This doesn't come out of nowhere. Black women telling a white man that they need to kill black men because they're too far gone. Most of these women will break down crying if this stuff got played for real. Because they don't really, some of them do stand on it, but a lot of them don't stand on it for real. Not for real, for real. Not for real, for real. And I ain't talking about doxing nobody. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about just assign the username tag. We about giving credit. Username tag. I don't believe in doxing, but y'all be wanting to flag people down. See, y'all want to flag people down on some get back. They flag us down all they want to. The reality is the strongest channels they can't flag down. They can't flag down Poor Man. They can't flag down like Charles Rowe. They can't flag down. It's certain people they can't flag down. And honestly, any content creator needs to just make sure you download all your library of content anyway. So if they do that, you good. For real. Because these chicks are really exposed. And even if our stuff wouldn't have got flagged, we actually don't got crazy stuff out there because we're always over scrutinized. Even if we wasn't scrutinized, we just don't carry that type of hatred. Like the level of hatred some of y'all have, for a moment, I actually feel sorry for you. Because that level of hatred, that's some venom in your veins, man. Y'all be having real I'm like, damn. That shit will age your ass. Woo! That shit will fuck you up. He said to be a Patreon idea for it, yeah. Shout out to... Yeah, yo. My bad. Let me see what y'all saying. That's why I call him, like, let me see what y'all saying before I get out of here. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of let y'all know, because a lot of y'all be getting mad, and I be like, that ain't what you do, man. Y'all need hard drive storage. Get you a USB stick. You know, USB sticks are cheap. I mean, we about to come into prom week, the 9th through 11th. And I'm not saying, I mean, it ain't about going after them, but I mean, when you come across it, if it's a channel, intelligence. Obsidian used to talk about that. He said, most definitely, so they can't get brainwashed. Ed is correct. Case unruly women. Yeah, but dude, but that requires a level of assertion that dudes act like they don't want to have. Because this is where dudes be buying into the matriarchy, man. They don't think it's their place to do that. And like, you have to assert your own position. Sincere nature art of God. I was hosting live one day on IG. Black women went off. I got criticized for just responding. They championed her bad behavior. Yeah, because you a little boy. You a little boy, and you just supposed to take it. See, stuff like that, a community like that, I just don't support. I'm not gonna support. And dudes need to be absolutely clear about that. Yeah, that was a good one. Do black women belong to black men? Because if black women don't belong to black men, then why would you protect them? It does. Even what's his name? Medium Man had to get real about that. Like, it's certain stuff, and I'm not even necessarily saying that I spread this, you know, you force this on the people. I'm not even necessarily saying that. But what I will say is, a lot of these dudes that want to argue with us, or they go out of their way to try to say we're this and we're that. Yeah, this is for them. I'm not about to argue with you. You listen to this and get back to me. You listen to this and get back to me. Since you believe, because clearly you, oh man, that's just some internet shit. That ain't real. That's all they gonna do. Hello, yeah, I just wanted to get a menu, that's all. Appreciate it. Kind of in town or new to the area. All right, appreciate it, man. Yeah. I'll probably order from them later on. I know that dude, that Asian dude looks so fucking disappointed. Let's see. I mean, yo, what's up, the Emperor? Yeah, but the problem with the playlist is they can all they gotta do is unlist their videos on the playlist. That's all they gotta do. They unlist the videos on the playlist. It don't exist. That's why you gotta download it, especially the worst stuff. I'm not just talking about like it's certain like regular complaints. I'm talking about like because that's really what it is. No, they can't. Oh no, no, they're good. Yeah, I ordered through the app. You know, it's funny. It's funny. I mean, Firebrand said it's a lot of energy to put towards women that don't matter. I never said that women don't matter. In fact, I've talked about how women are your biggest character witness. So if your own women are out here basically saying that you kill them, you murder them, you do all this stuff, that actually paves the way to violence. They're actually giving permission for violence against you. So I never said that. See, what happens is you have these people. This is why when you ask people, like, what are the content creators people listen to, all they can say is Myron and Andrew Tate. And they can't even really tell you what Andrew Tate said or some of the stuff that Myron, with Myron, he don't like black women. Okay, and other than that, you can't really say what has he really said. Or Andrew Tate. I don't even like Myron, but Andrew Tate, what he really said. Y'all can't. Y'all just be on, like, I don't even know why you listening, dude. We should be promoting nice women, not, dude, shut up. Like, dude, you in here. Like, I don't do that time wasting stuff. Like, dude, if you believe that, then go ahead and create your own channel and do that. I don't like y'all coming in here. Like, understand something. You already got a strike if you come in here and you just got a letter as an icon. You already got a strike because it's 2025. Learn to use a computer. The second thing is you come in here with that kind of stupid stuff. Oh yeah, I'm not even like entertaining that no more. I mean, if folks come in here and they act like they don't understand what I'm talking about, then you don't need to be here. I'm not even entertaining that, entertaining that kind of stuck on stupid like type of stuff. I'm just not. I mean, I spent, this is a 42-minute video. I spent literally 25 minutes, 25 minutes explaining why what I'm saying was important. And then you come in here with some generic, you know why we promoting these people. It's called awareness, number one. And number two, I just don't get why dudes, like, understand something. I don't need you to agree with me, but what I really don't like is that loyal opposition bullshit. That loyal opposition where, like, everything I say, dudes just want to come and take the opposite position. We're not doing that. Like, you don't have to really state your case. And that's the problem. People, I mean, I'm really getting tired of that because every time there's like hangouts and panels, these people are nowhere to be found. No, y'all gonna have to do more than just get in chat. Y'all gonna have to actually start coming on and verbalizing some of this stuff. Yeah, I don't know why we pop. Like, my thing is, why are you so invested in these investors being hidden? Yeah, and I'm not, because a lot of black men are in denial. They're in denial. No, I mean, certain stuff I'm not gonna entertain. As far as if you come in here on some, I'm stuck on speak. I'm not going back and forth. We just not gonna speak because honestly, I explained what I said, why I said it, and then I don't even know why we just ignore them, blah blah blah. Because again, these people get on these airwaves and they basically provide a again. I've talked about that. Dennis has talked about that character witness stuff. Like that's not a victim response. Like that kind of toxic positivity. We just need to talk about nothing. Like like if you sound like a troll, I'm gonna assume you're a troll. Like for real, and I'm just gonna get you out of here. Like I don't like. Because one of the things is when people have a lot of letter like type icons, what it shows is you're creating a lot of accounts, so you ain't got the time to actually upload a picture. So I'm not even going to entertain that. Yeah, I don't entertain. It's not people can disagree, but I don't entertain bad faith conversation because a lot of this stuff is time wasting. It's attacking. And then the funny thing he said is, why can't we focus on women that like us overseas? Because the same women are basically over there trying to tell women to basically spread bad names, or give us a bad name overseas. Like this stuff is not in a vacuum. And see, the thing about it is, he literally is doing the exact same thing I said not to do. See, well, why can't we do this and do that? Because people are ruining your reputation. You either defend that or you don't. And see, again, notice how my whole video was about asserting yourself, and I gave you an example, and everything I'm talking about, he's against. And then he don't really explain it. He just basically say, why don't you do this? Why don't you? Why don't you create a channel? It ain't not like the way SWP does YouTube and I do YouTube don't really require editing like that. You really just talk through your phone and upload it. But nobody wants to do that, even though they ain't gonna be showing your face. You don't want to stand on nothing. You don't want to stand on nothing. But they want to come in here and tell me what not to do. I don't like, dude, I don't be going in people's chats. You know, if I go in the chat, I add to the conversation. I don't go in people, I don't do that naysaying stuff. Now, what I may do is I may go back and forth with people in the chat and have conversations. But usually I don't seek to be a naysayer. Like I hate people that's like that. I try to add context. I try to add value to a chat. A lot of y'all people are they want to be a naysayer because they trigger. And look, you know, Art is on every Tuesday and Friday. AB is up every Saturday. Like, and these people are nowhere to be found, but they always come. They always can find a chat. Remember, this chat that says Edward Anderson is live. This ain't going to tag nowhere. So I'm like, y'all always find this stuff. I detail explain the practicality of what this is for. Anyway, so people be like, oh man, you just don't like people to disagree. No, it's not that. It's that y'all motherfuckers be really on some, y'all just want to argue because y'all in y'all feelings type shit. Like, for real, for real. And I'm really like, I'm tired of that shit. I'm really tired of constantly, especially when I explain some shit and you just on some trying to influence somebody. You can do. Shout out to KMS with the $20. Caught a live supporting your message. Cutie Amble to Chronic Track 16. Those who know. Absolutely. Yeah, so you got, like I said, man, don't even be sweating that, because first, you know, you got to protect your peace, but at the same time, they want that type of attention. Let it be known. Because here's the thing, what they gonna say? You hate black women because you playing what the fuck they said? That, you know? So again, I'm like, that's how you properly deal with that. But again, you got motherfuckers thinking, no, man, we need to just focus on the women that like it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That little scaredy cat little boy, just endure the shit. Don't pay attention to it. Just because you don't pay attention to something don't mean it goes away. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to men not understanding power. This is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about when I say that shit. Niggas want to, even in the household, niggas just want to keep the peace. That's bitch assness, nigga. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this live. Look out for some of the videos I'm gonna do in the future, like that I talked about in the last video. I just want to go deeper on this. And with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.